All right, let's kick the doors down on this one. We are diving deep into Eric von Hippel's Democratizing Innovation, and the core message is, well, pretty simple. Stop waiting around for some big company to build the future. It is time to build it yourself. So let's start with a big question. Who actually invents the future? You know, the conventional wisdom points to these gleaming R&D labs, right? Giant corporations, people in expensive lab coats. That's the story we've been sold for like 100 years.
But here's the thing. That story, it's just plain wrong. The real answer is, well, it's you. It's the person who's frustrated with what's available, who has a real problem, and who's willing to get their hands dirty to solve it. This is the new revolution.
Okay, let's really get into this. We're going to call this the innovation myth. See, it's this belief that manufacturers somehow magically know what you need. But that whole model is slow, it's impersonal, and honestly, it usually misses the mark completely. Let me just break this shift down for you. The old way was all manufacturer-centric. Basically, companies would guess what you might need, and you just bought whatever they decided to make. The new way, though, is user-centric. You know your needs better than anyone, so you create what you want. It's a massive shift in power, from them to you. So if users are the ones doing the creating, who are the most important players in this whole game? Well, let's meet the real heroes of this story, the lead users. These are the pioneers, the people out on the front lines. A lead user has two really key traits. First, they are way ahead of the curve. They're facing problems that the rest of us won't even see for months or maybe even years. And second, they have a huge incentive to solve that problem themselves because, let's face it, no one else is going to do it for them.
And look, this isn't some tiny fringe group of people we're talking about. The data from the book shows that a staggering 10 to 40% of users in a ton of different fields are already modifying or straight up developing their own products. This is happening everywhere.
Just take windsurfing, for example. A pioneer named Larry Stanley wanted to do these huge jumps, but he couldn't keep his feet on the board. So what did he do? Did he write a letter to a company? No. He went into his garage and invented foot straps. His friends immediately copied the design, and pretty soon an entire sport was transformed, not by a corporation, but by a user.
So why can't big companies just figure this stuff out themselves? Well, it all comes down to what von Hippel calls the stickiness problem. It's basically a fundamental breakdown in communication. Think of it like a great divide. On one side, you have this deep personal knowledge of your needs. That information is sticky. It's really tough to package up and explain to some engineer in a lab. Then on the other side, companies have their own sticky info, about how to build things at scale. Trying to move all that knowledge back and forth is just expensive, it's slow, and it almost never actually works. So here's the hack. The absolutely crucial point is you don't even try. The elegant solution is to stop trying to move all that sticky information. Instead, you move the tools to where the information already lives, and that's with the user. And this simple hack leads to a whole new way of thinking, a really radical idea. Companies should just stop selling finished, one-size-fits-all products. They should start empowering users with tools. These are the new rules of the garage. And here is that rule, stated as clearly as I can. Don't build the final product. Instead, build the toolkit that lets the user build their own final product. You got to give them the building blocks. And, this isn't science fiction. It is already here. Just think about it. You've got software that lets engineers design their own custom computer chips, video game level editors that let gamers build entire new worlds, open source code libraries that programmers use to build new applications from scratch. These are all toolkits in action. Now this brings us to the next really big question. If you're some brilliant user innovator, why on earth would you just give your ideas away for free? It seems completely counterintuitive, right? I mean, you spend all your time and energy creating something amazing, and then you just post it on the internet for anyone to take, but there is a really powerful logic at play here. It really all comes down to the genius of what's called free revealing. See, when you share your idea, other smart people jump in and help you improve it. Then, your solution can actually become the new industry standard. You build a reputation as an expert in the field, and, maybe most importantly, you get a better product for yourself way faster than if you just worked alone. It's not charity, it's a brilliant strategy.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. This isn't just some abstract theory about how other people innovate. No, this is about you. It's your turn to stop waiting and start building. This is the one question I really want to leave you with. That problem that's been bugging you, that little thing you wish existed, are you going to keep waiting around for someone else to build it for you, or are you finally going to hack it yourself?
Because you're the one with the sticky information. You're the one who knows the need better than anybody else. So if you want to learn how to do it, subscribe to Lazy Reader. It is time to unlock that inner inventor.
Thanks for diving into this with us. The power is shifting, you know? It's moving from the factory floor to your garage. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?